All right, today we're going to open a door that's usually kept locked. We're going to take a look at a hidden system, a protocol for achieving a level of success so far beyond the norm, most people don't even know it's a real possibility. It's called the Black Circuit. And let's be clear, this isn't about little productivity hacks or some new morning routine you saw online. This is about a fundamental rewiring of your entire operating system. So, let's begin.
This right here, this is the first principle. It's the core mantra of the whole system. And every single word here is deliberate. So let's really break it down. Stay in the shadows. That's a direct command. It's telling you to reject this modern obsession with being seen all the time, to refuse the cheap validation you get online. It's an instruction to become invisible. Then, build in the black. This tells you where all the meaningful work happens, in a protected, silent, focused space that you create for yourself. And the result? The payoff for mastering these two commands? You get to burn bright in the orange. Notice that word. Not shine, not glow, but burn. It implies this all-consuming intensity, a powerful, unmissable radiance that is the inevitable outcome of all that hidden work. This is the foundational law.
So how do you even begin to operate within this protocol? How do you make it real in your own life? Well, it starts with learning its language. And the language of the Black Circuit isn't spoken in words, not really. It's understood through a visual code. A code that is almost brutally simple, yet incredibly profound in how you apply it. A code built on just two colors that will literally come to define your entire world.
Now, for those who actually follow this protocol, this statement isn't some cool metaphor. No, it becomes the literal description of their reality. They learn to see the world through this binary lens. Every action, every decision, every single hour of the day gets filtered. Is this action contributing to the black, or is it a manifestation of the orange? Anything that isn't one of those two is just noise. It's irrelevant. It gets tuned out completely. This intense focus is the very first step to mastery, because it literally redefines the world you see around you.
Okay, let's start with the foundation, the source of all the power within this circuit, the black. You know, the protocol doesn't call it the darkness or the grind. It uses a very specific term, the void. And that choice of word is absolutely critical. A void isn't just empty darkness. It is a space that has been intentionally and forcefully cleared out. We really need to understand what this represents.
This slide gives us the dual definition. First, black is a place, the void where we work in silence. Just think about that for a second. You are creating a space, both in your mind and in your physical environment, that is sterile. No distractions, no opinions from others, no ego. It's like an empty chamber designed for pure creation and ruthless execution. And second, black is a tool, the shield that protects our focus from the noise. This isn't a passive thing. It's an active defense system. It deflects the constant notifications, the request for your time, the lure of social media, all the anxieties of the outside world. It preserves your one truly valuable asset, your unbroken concentration.
And this is what that void feels like in the real world. That image of the laptop says the grind, which is a common term, but the protocol sees it very differently. Look at the clock. 4 a.m. Why that specific time? Because at 4 a.m., the world is asleep. The noise of the masses is at its absolute minimum. The shield is barely needed because the attacks on your focus haven't even started yet. You see, this isn't about punishing yourself with less sleep. It's a cold, hard, strategic decision to operate in a period of maximum silence and minimum resistance. It's about conquering the day before anyone else is even awake enough to compete. This is the tactical application of living in the black.
So, you've done the work. You've built your foundation in the silent void. You've shielded your focus, and you've executed relentlessly while the world was sleeping. You have been accumulating power in the black. So what happens next? What is the result? What's the entire purpose of all this hidden work? The answer is the second half of the code, the fire of orange.
And again, the language here is so incredibly specific. Orange isn't just results or rewards. It's electricity. It's dynamic, it's powerful, it's a force that visibly alters the environment around you. The protocol then breaks down its life cycle. It begins as the spark of wealth. You know, those first tangible monetary returns that prove the circuit is online and it's working. But it doesn't stop there. As you keep building power in the black, that spark catches, and it grows into the fire of success. An undeniable, self-sustaining blaze of achievement, influence, and impact that simply cannot be ignored.
And this right here, this is the immutable law of the circuit. It is as absolute as the law of gravity.
There are no exceptions, there are no shortcuts. It is the physics of this reality. You cannot generate the orange without first creating and sustaining the conditions of the black. Silence is the direct precursor to wealth. Deep, unseen, focused work is the direct precursor to visible, explosive success. Any attempt to bypass this law, to try and get the money and recognition without the silent work, will lead to immediate and total system failure. Period.
Okay, so now that we understand the philosophy, the two essential states of being, black and orange, we can move from the why to the how. We're shifting from philosophy to engineering. How do you actually construct this system inside your own life? This isn't about wishful thinking or watching motivation videos. It's about deliberately building a mechanism wire by wire. It's about building the black circuit.
This is what separates this system from just building a few good habits. A protocol is a strict set of rules for transmitting data or energy, and a high-voltage protocol, well, that's designed to transmit immense power. This isn't some gentle self-improvement plan. It is an intense, engineered system designed for maximum energy throughput, and it requires discipline not as some moral virtue, but as a functional component, like the copper wire in a machine. Without high-quality wiring, the circuit can't hold the voltage. It will short out and fail.
And here is the schematic, and it's just breathtaking in its simplicity. Step 1. Connect the first wire by waking up early. That single action is the master switch. It's what initiates the flow of energy for the day. It is a conscious, non-negotiable decision to start operating before the world's noise machine turns on. Then step 2. Every hour of deep work is a new connection. This is how you increase the circuit's power. Each hour you spend in the void, shielded from noise, isn't just an hour of work. No, it is another wire added to the circuit, strengthening it, increasing its capacity, and compounding its potential output day after day.
This is a crucial point. Operating within the black circuit demands a complete shift in your internal language. The vocabulary of the old world, it has to be discarded. Words like surviving, bills, making ends meet, these are the frequencies of a low-voltage life. They are noise that just pollutes the system. Within the circuit, the focus is singular. Your entire mental bandwidth is dedicated to one single concept, silent execution. The relentless, quiet, focused process of building, that is the only conversation that matters.
Ultimately, this protocol exists in direct opposition to the path most people take. When you truly understand the black circuit, you begin to see that everyone around you is building one of two systems, whether they know it or not. There are only two paths available. There is no third option. This is the default path, the path of the masses, the short circuit. Think about what a short circuit does in electronics. It creates a brief, loud flash of light, a pop of noise, and then the system is dead. It fails because the energy is diverted away from its intended path and just dissipates uselessly. The protocol identifies the root cause of this failure, the raw desire for fame, the need for premature validation, for likes, for applause. This craving for external recognition is the fatal flaw that guarantees the system's collapse every single time. And here they are, the two paths laid bare. On the left, you have the short circuit. Its defining characteristics: it wants fame and it is loud. It broadcasts its every move, it seeks validation before the work is even done. Then, on the right, you have the black circuit. Its characteristics: it stays in the shadows and relies on silent execution. It moves without being seen, it builds without announcing its intentions. One path is a constant, desperate leakage of energy seeking validation. The other is a constant, silent accumulation of energy directed toward a single purpose.
So let's be crystal clear about what's at stake here. The protocol presents itself as way more than just a productivity system. It is framed as the definitive mechanism for socio-economic transformation. The choice between the short circuit and the black circuit isn't about personal preference. It's the choice between staying stuck and genuine ascension. It is positioned as the one true path to escape the financial gravity that holds most people down and to finally enter the ranks of the elite.
So, after examining the code, the engineering, and the two opposing paths, it all comes down to this. This isn't just some rhetorical question. It's a direct challenge presented by the protocol itself. Every single thing you do, from the moment you wake up today, is an act of construction. You are either building a system designed to fail in a flash of noise, or you are building one designed for silent, high-voltage output. The materials are right in front of you. The schematics are clear. Which circuit will you build?